If the equator passes through a country, what kind of climate do you expect it to have? Which climatic zone would it be a part of? Let us study this chapter, the DRC, the land of dense forest, to learn about such a country, the Democratic Republic of the Congo. The DRC is a country located deep in the heart of the African continent. It lies in the torrid zone, with the equator passing through the northern part of the DRC. Hope you are paying good attention. So, quickly, let me ask you something. The DRC lies in the torrid zone in the continent of. Comment below and let me know. Now, DRC was ruled by Belgium till it became independent in 1960. Before independence, it was called Belgian Congo. From 1970 to 1997, it was known as Zaire. In 1997, its name was changed to the Democratic Republic of Congo, which is its present name. Its capital city is Kinshasa. So, the capital of the Democratic Republic of Congo is? Write your answers in the comments below. All good? Now, let's see the physical features of the DRC. The landscape of the country is dominated by the Congo River. Of course, you can remember the name of the river with the name of the country, right? Congo River is the second longest river in Africa and the ninth longest in the world. So tell me this. The longest river of the DRC is? Comment below and tell. The Congo Basin covers almost the entire country. There are high mountains in the eastern edges of the DRC and plateaus in the south and southwest. So, mountains in the eastern edges and plateaus in the south and southwest. Next topic is very interesting and easy since you have read about it in the last chapter, which is climate. Since it is located near the equator, the climate in most parts of the DRC is very hot throughout the year. The heat causes rapid evaporation of water from the rivers and the forests. The water vapor makes the air very humid. The high humidity leads to the formation of clouds, and by afternoon, heavy rainfall occurs. This type of rain in the equatorial region is known as the 4 o'clock rain. This happens almost every day, making this region one of the wettest in the world. In some parts of the DRC, especially in the south, it does not rain so much. While the summers in these parts are hot and wet, the winter is cool and dry. Wow, this chapter is pretty interesting, isn't it? So, give it a thumbs up. And then we would move to our next topic, which is vegetation. The hot and humid climate of the DRC is ideal for the growth of dense forests called tropical rainforests. Rainforests cover most of the DRC. These forests consist of a wide variety of broad leaved evergreen trees. Evergreen trees do not shed all their leaves at the same time. Instead, they shed some leaves throughout the year. Hence, an evergreen forest looks green all year round. So, if I ask you, most of the DRC is covered with what kind of forest? Comment below and let me know. Now, let's learn more about these forests. Rainforests have a layered structure. There are three main layers. The emergent layer, it has a few very tall trees that tower over the others and receive direct sunshine. Then there's the canopy layer. The crowns of trees merge to form a dense, continuous cover called a canopy. Very little sunlight passes through the canopy to the forest floor. Next is the understory. It consists mostly of palms, shrubs, orchids, and creepers. Let's do one last fill in the blanks now. Yeah? Vegetation consisting of grasslands with short trees is known as. Comment below and let me know. Now, let me ask you a true and false type question too. It rains almost every day in the tropical rainforests of DRC. Is it true or false? Let me know. In some parts of the DRC, mostly in the south, where the climate is not so hot and wet, the vegetation is different. Instead of dense forests, there are grasslands with a few scattered trees and are known as savanna. So, if I ask you what is savanna? Well, it is a large flat area of grassland with scattered trees found in warm parts of the world. You may want to note this definition. Now, if I ask you, are savannas grasslands? Would you say true or false? Comment below and let me know. You may also want to note another definition, which is of canopy. It is a continuous cover of the trees. Now, let's talk about wildlife of DRC. A large variety of wildlife is found in the forests and savannas of the DRC. Elephants, leopards, gorillas, chimpanzees, baboons, hippopotamuses, and rhinoceros are commonly found in the forests. Lions, leopards, giraffes, zebras, wolves, and elephants roam the savannas. Crocodiles are found in plenty in the rivers. There are many types of birds and insects in the forests. Among the insects, the tsetse fly, or sometimes also known as tsetse fly, causes the dreading sleeping sickness. So, this was wildlife in TRC. Next is transport. Water transport over the river Congo and other rivers is the major mode of transport in the DRC. The main cities and towns are then connected by rail and road. People of DRC. DRC is thinly populated. You know what does it mean? It means very few people live here. More than half of the population lives in the villages in the highlands of the east and along the rivers. In the villages, people live in thatched huts. A large group of people who live in the same area and share a common language, religion, and custom is called a tribe. Some tribes of the DRC include the Bambuti, Wa, and Babenga. They traditionally get their food by hunting animals and gathering parts of plants. They live in camps, which they occupy for only a few weeks. After that, they move to a new place. They also make huts out of branches and leaves. Since the weather is hot and humid, the people of these tribes wear light and simple clothes. On special occasions, they wear colorful costumes. They also enjoy singing, dancing, and telling stories. However, their existence is threatened by widespread deforestation. Forest lands are being cleared for timber and for setting up large oil palm and rubber tree plantations. Many people also live in cities where several modern facilities are available. Here, the rich people live in big houses and drive cars. But the poor live in crowded, unhealthy conditions in slums. Now tell me whether this is true or false. Most of the people in the DRC live in cities. Comment below and let me know. Lipita is a type of colorful clothing traditionally worn by the people of the DRC. Now let's talk about natural resources of DRC. The DRC has rich natural resources. There are vast deposits of copper, cobalt, gold, uranium, and diamonds in the southern part of the DRC. Where? In the southern part of the DRC. It has one of the largest deposits of cobalt in the world. Most of the minerals are exported. What does export mean? It means that these products are sent to another country for sale. Now, if I ask you, tell me whether this is true or false. The DRC exports most of its minerals. Write your answers in the comments below. With more than half of the land being covered with forests, the DRC has one of the best forest resources in Africa. Water is another important natural resource of the DRC. Dams built on rivers like the Congo are used to produce electricity. Now let's talk about agriculture in DRC. Farming is done in large areas from where forests have been cleared. The major food crops grown are cassava, maize, and rice. Coffee, cocoa, rubber, and cotton are also grown, and most of this produce is again exported. And that's it. We just completed the chapter. Hope you like it.